Just a second. Not used to. Anyways, hello and good evening. I'm sorry that we are a bit late. We're tied up with something. I hope our audio is loud and clear. I'll just wait for people to let us know if the audio is clear. One gentleman is missing. He's got a new ride.
The star is not here.
Yes, the star is not here. He's got a new ride. So he's gone out to test in the hills basically. Anyways, so
talking about Mr. Nikhil Nas.
yes, Mr. Nikhil Nas is missing.
On a well-deserved 2-day break. Is it going to be a
2-day break? He'll be back for the second ODI, and here
work is worship for him.
Exactly, and here this evening we are also going to talk about the second ODI. India, of course, is on the verge of winning this series, but for that to happen, they will have to win the second ODI. Now, the first ODI, it was a comprehensive victory for the Indian team. The bowlers did their job, particularly the spinners, Washington Sundar and Yuzvendra Chahal, got 7 wickets between them. The batting did fairly well. Everybody virtually got starts, but couldn't convert it, except for Virat Kohli. Rohit Sharma scored 60. Ishan Kishan also got a start. Rishabh Pant was unfortunate to get run out. Then Deepak Hooda on debut got India over the line. He scored an unbeaten 26 runs, if I am not wrong. Now, the news is that KL Rahul is back. He is available for the second ODI. As far as the other players are concerned who had tested positive, we will get to know about them tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow we will get to know if what their results have returned, positive or negative. Remember, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Shikhar Dhawan, 2 of the openers, they had also tested positive. So we will Shreyas Iyer also. So
I think Shikhar was the first one, followed by the others.
Right. So we'll wait for their reports, but as of now we know that KL Rahul is available. He was there in Ahmedabad today. He joined the team and hit the nets also. So the question that we are asking today is who would sit out in case KL Rahul comes into bat? Is it as simple as
it's very complex because I think the last one to be drafted into the side and then into the 11 was Ishan Kishan, but he's taken up Shikhar Dhawan's opening position. KL Rahul is supposed to bat in the middle order for the ODIs,
right?
Because he was not available for the first ODI, and the fact that Shreyas Iyer also got hit by COVID, you gave an opportunity to Deepak Hooda. And ideally, Rahul, this is no way to groom a youngster or to assess him. You've given him an opportunity, he scored some 28 not out. You will have to give him another game. You will have to give him another game because KL Rahul, of course, is the Indian vice captain. And my point is, even if KL Rahul has to sit out a game, let that be. Doesn't mean that he'll be dropped. But if KL Rahul can sit out a game, one game at least, then you give Hooda another chance, maybe an opportunity to also see him bowl. If Shikhar comes back, then it's a straight contest with Ishan Kishan. If Shikhar is available, then Ishan Kishan goes out. There can also be a possibility wherein you get Rahul to open with Rohit and for Deepak Hooda to continue playing at number 5 or 6. In that case, Ishan goes out.
So in the last few years, you must have done a lot of lives. This would be a first of its kind. Why? I'll tell you, because we are live somewhere. I don't know where we are live right now because I can't see the comments.
No, but there are people who are watching.
But we are not. If anybody can check, are we live on Sports
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Okay, right
so,
now.
We are live.
Fit. That's fine then.
We are live. So basically.
So because I couldn't.
There are about 1,000 people watching you already. Now.
I couldn't.
And I'm sure by the time the live ends, we'll be having at least 4 to 5,000 live.
But the problem today is that you have to switch on the live chat also. But somehow we can't see people see the live chat. So, sorry? Chat is disabled. No problems. What we can do
Chat is disabled, as in we can't see their responses,
Yes.
comments. But we can
What
always look at our
exactly.
Instagram and
So what
Twitter.
Right. So what you can do is, unfortunately, I forgot to switch on the.
Do you have to do that every time?
How would I know?
No, but I don't know.
I am technologically, I am a little
Challenged?
challenged, and so what we are going to do is today we are going to take your comments live from our Twitter and Instagram handles. Twitter is Vikrant Gupta 73, right?
Twitter is Vikrant Gupta 73.
And on Instagram, if you want to send in your comments, your questions, that would be Vikrant.Gupta 73 on Instagram. And for me to send in your questions, you can just send me your questions. Rawat Rahul 9 is my Twitter handle, and Rawat Rahul 9 is my Instagram handle as well.
And there's one request.
Yes.
Code Gayani
Code Gyani.
just wants his name to be taken on SportsTak or Sports Today.
All names and comments will be taken, provided. No.
It's okay. We are. Chalo. Okay.
Okay, great.
Sajjan
So,
is-
anyways, we've already done the promotions. Meanwhile, you can send in your questions on our social media handles also. So, yeah. So you were saying that somebody like Rahul Dravid or Rohit Sharma will need to, if they have a vision. I'm sure these are also auditions. If you take the number of matches that India play in the lead up to the T20 World Cup and also the 2023 World Cup, that should be the ultimate goal for this team management, including Rohit and Rahul Dravid. So you are saying that they can actually speak to KL Rahul, who
Just one game. I mean, Rahul is the vice captain of the team, and because you've included Huda into the side, and he's not going to be a member of the T20s. He'll just be playing in the ODIs like Kuldeep Yadav. So I'm assuming that if Kuldeep didn't get the first game, he won't get the second as well. Maybe not the third. But Kuldeep is somebody you know. The only thing you want to know from Kuldeep is how well is he bowling now.
All right.
About his confidence, about his ability and all that. Deepak Huda is an unknown commodity. You've watched him in the IPL. Not too many chances, but now that he's part of the Indian, and you're looking at him from a special slot point of view. You're looking at him from the all-rounders perspective. You tried Venkatesh Iyer. Now you've moved him into the T20s, taken him out of the ODIs. So you went to Deepak Huda. Chalo, let's try an all-rounder who can also bowl a bit of a spin. But then again, somebody who scored 28 not out in the first game, I think ideally should get another game. Because again, if he doesn't play the next game and the third one, what happens to him? There may not be enough opportunities for him to showcase his ability because he's just part of the ODI team.
is it possible that you bring in KL Rahul in place of Rishabh Pant? Rishabh
Okay.
Pant, you ask him to just take rest because he's been on the road, he's been playing non-stop cricket in every format. And you just ask him, take rest for a game or two. Let Ishan Kishan open because
It is a possibility.
Because
It is a possibility.
Shikhar and
I agree with you.
Ruturaj are not available.
I agree with you.
So-
It's a possibility, but
Yes.
the only point of consideration there is that KL Rahul is assured of his place. KL Rahul is assured of his role within the team, and he's somebody who's in form. Rishabh Pant isn't.
Okay.
I mean, I dare say that leave aside Test cricket, I think Rishabh will have to be very consistent in the ODIs and the T20s now because there is competition challenging him.
All right. So those of you who've joined us late, what we are discussing is that since KL Rahul has made himself available, he's joined the Indian team in Ahmedabad before the second ODI. So might be possible that he is back in the 11, but who would he replace? A. And secondly, as far as the other players who had tested positive, even Navdeep Saini had tested positive, but he has also joined. He was in the standbys, but he has also joined. In fact, he did practice today.
But he's joined as a
Stand exactly.
Yeah,
He's
Malap
not.
is,
He was yes. So the members of the squad, among them, Shikhar Dhawan had tested positive, Ruturaj and Shreyas Iyer. So about them, we'll get to know tomorrow in the.
So Ishan Kishan, anyways, was the 19th,
Right.
and Mayank Agarwal was the 20th.
Right.
Now that KL Rahul's come back, you've got 20 players. We're not very sure right now about Shikhar, Shreyas, and Ruturaj. So 17 are available for selection tomorrow or the day after.
And if tomorrow you get a negative report for all these players, would you just draft them in straight away?
See, that's going to be very challenging, Rahul. You become negative today, and then there's a game happening the day after. Would you want to practice? And I don't know. I mean, medically again, every case would be different. From the COVID that I had, I think I was perfectly okay by the time my report came out negative. In fact, before that, but it could vary from person to person. Depends on the symptoms that you have.
Okay, and I'll just take a couple of questions. Rohit Kumar Subhash, he has just sent it on our Twitter handle. He's
Okay.
so I'm saying that since the chats today are disabled, you can send in your questions on our social media handles. Vikrant Gupta 73 is Twitter handle. Vikrant.Gupta 73 is the Instagram handle. Rawat Rahul 9 Twitter and Instagram both. Rohit Kumar Subhash Rathi is saying, can Shardul Thakur miss the second ODI and Deepak Chahar comes in? And I'm going to take another one. Vikrant Jadhav is saying, why not let Pant open?
I don't think so. Pant will not open. Virat will not open. I mean, these were suggestions before the first game as well. And I had told people that Ishan Kishan was told to get into the bio bubble. And if Ishan was there, or Mayank would have been available. I think Mayank wasn't available also. But before Mayank, it was Ishan's turn to get an opportunity to play in the 11. And Ishan hasn't failed. I mean, he scored 20 odd runs. It's just that he got out. But again, you know, Rahul, how are you looking at Ishan Kishan? Are you looking at Ishan Kishan long term? Or, you know, you're just looking at Ishan Kishan as one of those players? If he's long term, I think you've got to give him 4, 5, 6, 7 games at a stretch. Only then you'd be able to assess him or judge him. I mean, you play him one game here and another game there. That doesn't really work.
And you don't.
It never does.
And it seems that you don't even have a fixed spot for him. Where do you want to play him?
Is he number 3? Is he number 4? Is he your number 6? Or is he the opener?
Right.
I mean, there's this huge dichotomy. You can't keep changing that.
But you know, we discussed about, you mentioned about whether players would be directly drafted in the moment they their reports are negative. Would they be directly drafted in the playing 11? But for somebody like Shikhar Dhawan, who plays just one format now,
It is unfortunate.
He would desperately want to play,
No,
irrespective whether he's.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Rahul, that it'll be very unfortunate. I mean, but there's little that you can do with this COVID. It's not a simple injury, or it's not a simple illness that you've recovered from a cough or from a neck sprain. This is COVID. Every person's had different symptoms. So I think it's been a week. It's been what, 7-8 days for Shikhar, and ideally, if he feels that he can play, it's international cricket again, Rahul. I have my doubts.
First IPL,
But again, Shikhar is assured of his place. That's one relief for him. If Shikhar were fighting for a place in the side, then it would have been bad luck for him. But now that Shikhar virtually looks assured of a place in the ODI team, even if he gets one game, I think that should be good enough.
Okay, considering or hypothetically, if Shikhar is not available, Ruturaj is not available, would you want to or would you like to see any change in the 11?
Ideally, even if Rahul is available, and assuming that Shikhar is not available, I would go in with the same batting. I would have Ishan Kishan and Rohit opening the innings with Virat at 3, And 4, 5, 6 would be in whatever order: Surya, Rishabh, and Deepak Hooda. I mean, if KL Rahul can wait a game, I don't think that should be an issue. And then you've got UZ Chahal, you've got Washington Sundar, you've got Prasidh Krishna, you've got Mohammad Siraj and Shardul. I think
You will stick with
ideally
Shardul.
no change in the team.
You would stick with Shardul now that they.
You can't have one player playing one game and another playing another game. I think in that pecking order somehow, I think Shardul is in the ODIs ahead of Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar, heroic knock that day. His ability, much better bowler also. But again, Deepak Chahar and Shardul Thakur would be fighting for one slot. They,
See?
little case for them to play together in the 11.
Oh. So. And I forgot the question. You're not taking questions from your Twitter.
Acha, no, you would. So Sunny Bhai is just.
Is back online
Yeah. So I'll.
because you'll get more questions.
Kamlesh Parmar.
Yes. Take this. Actually, I wanted to take his question.
Pehle
but-
IPL, Sri Lanka, England, and now home series. Why always Indian players test positive for COVID? Strange, because the West Indies players, they flew in from the Caribbean, and none of them tested positive. See, I think in England I would not know, but here because the players were traveling from their respective cities, and Omicron, I think it was at its peak when the players were traveling. Maybe, but I don't think the bio bubble was breached as such.
Is there a bio bubble?
Yeah.
Now they do have. And yeah.
Saurabh Manjrekar, do
yeah,
you think
please.
Shreyas Iyer is focused more on the IPL captaincy? Looked at his recent performances, it showed that except the Test series against New Zealand, he's not done much.
Just to take Saurabh Manjrekar's question, forward, let me ask you, because we've been hearing Shreyas Iyer is the player that everybody wants to get hold of in the IPL, because he's not just a batsman, he's not just a good batsman,
captain.
He is also a captain that a lot of franchises, KKR wants
and a
captain.
long-term captain, perhaps.
Exactly. He's a young Indian cricketer and long-term, as you said. So, do you think that could be playing in his mind?
Could be. I mean, if Saurabh Manjrekar is saying so, then I would second that. I mean,
Saurabh Manjrekar.
Yeah, Saurabh Manjrekar.
All right.
So let's not assume that Shreyas Iyer doesn't want anything other than being the IPL captain. He obviously wants to play for India. He wants to do well for India. He would want to play this year's T20 World Cup and the next year's World Cup as well. But IPL captaincy and the kind of money that you're talking about, no player wants to give up. I mean, Hardik Pandya, apparently last year he went to the Mumbai Indians franchisee, told them, make me the captain after Rohit or whatever, and they didn't. Then he went to Ahmedabad. Of course, he has the stature to become the IPL captain. Now, apparently he's told his Ranji Trophy team that he's not available to play Ranji Trophy because he's yet not fully fit. Now, the question is he not yet fully fit? Or is he not yet fully fit for a 4-day game? So the priorities, and Rahul, honestly, me, you, the fans, we're nobody to judge. People who matter in Indian cricket, the board, the selectors, the team management, the captain, I think they're the ones who would know exactly what's happening. Like Hardik Pandya said the other day, that management knows what I'm doing. I don't bother about others. I mean, you, me, or the fans. The management knows.
Okay, in the last few months, has Hardik Pandya earned himself a few more critiques by the way he was included in that Indian team for the T20 World Cup? He couldn't bowl.
I think the non-performance
and
the non-performance, and then eventually when we got to know that he wasn't really fully fit. So I would blame Hardik for that. I would also blame the captain and the coach, the selectors for that. Why were the selectors misled? Isn't it the prerogative of the selectors to seek a fitness test from the player. I mean, if Rohit Sharma could go to the NCA, I don't know if Hardik ever gave a fitness test, or maybe before the Sri Lanka series. There was a Sri Lanka series and Rahul Dravid was the coach. So you should have assessed him. Who was the physio who gave the all okay? He was included in the India team, and then he missed the first 3-4 games for Mumbai Indians. I mean, look at the sheer timing of it. And I think again, Hardik would have told people exactly how he was feeling. It's the people who would have led him to believe कि ठीक है, तू हो जाएगा ठीक. And the fact is, not just his fitness, Rahul, he was undercooked in terms of his batting also. He was struggling as a batsman. I mean, the Hardik Pandya that we saw.
And we saw that in the IPL also.
Yeah, IPL he was struggling. Sri Lanka he was struggling. IPL he was struggling. T20 World Cup he was struggling with the bat.
And also, was it because of the shoulder injury that he complained?
See,
because
again,
batting I'm talking about. Because what?
No, I think the back also, and maybe
because the bowlers,
maybe little game time also.
Because see, the faster bowlers that we saw against Hardik Pandya, what we noticed was that they were trying to do they were trying to keep the ball away from Hardik Pandya so that he has to stretch himself. So I'm just trying to figure out.
Hardik will have to really work on his fitness. Hardik will also have to now rework his game. He'll have to rework his game also, Rahul, because I'm sure there'd be competition. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean, when we say there would be competition, doesn't necessarily mean competition vis-a-vis Hardik Pandya. But you'll have to groom a few people. Maybe you'll have to go with a few youngsters, like Deepak Hooda, for instance. He's not a seaming all-rounder, but even if he's a spinner who can bat or a batsman who can bowl spin, the 2011 World Cup winning team had no seam bowling all-rounder.
Absolutely.
Sachin Tendulkar was a spinner, Sehwag was a spinner, Yuvraj was a spinner, Raina was a spinner. Did you have a seam bowling all-rounder then? No. The only seam bowling all-rounder you had before Hardik Pandya was Saurav Ganguly.
Or Irfan.
Irfan, Ajit, and maybe Saurav Ganguly, who was a batsman who could bowl. Ajit and Irfan were were bowlers who could bat. So Hardik is again supposed to be a batsman who can bowl, or a batsman who can bowl. Like Saurav, a batsman who could bowl.
But before he
Venkatesh Iyer, a batsman who could bowl.
I think before
Deepak Hooda, a batsman who could bowl.
Before I think he got injured, he had improved as a bowler.
The
I thought he
2019 World Cup, India did well. They lost in the semi-finals, no doubt, but the team did very well just because Hardik Pandya was finishing his 10 overs and he bowled brilliantly. But now, after the event, if he's going to come out and give an interview, I was selected purely as a batsman, I was not supposed to bowl, and it was an effort on from my side to bowl in the first game or the second game. That is something you can't have a player playing on his conditions for the Indian national team.
Are these excuses?
I don't know whosoever is guiding him. But I think he faced a lot of criticism for his statement.
All right. So what has happened today is, since we couldn't come live today since morning, I'll just refresh your memory what has happened the entire day. First set of news: tomorrow in the morning at 9 a.m. the victorious under-19 World Cup winning team is arriving back in India. They will land in Bangalore, and from there they are going to leave for Ahmedabad, where there will be a felicitation ceremony for the Indian under-19 World Cup winning team, which is going to happen on the following day,
either the second ODI or the third ODI.
All right,
depending on their quarantine.
But why do you have to felicitate them during a game? Because as it is, it will be a bio bubble. It will be a bio bubble.
No, maybe it happens on the ground.
Okay.
At the stadium. I mean, I think it will be an honor.
No, absolutely. And they deserve it. I remember the last time Virat Kohli's team came back home. The felicitation ceremony happened here in Kotla. Kotla. I think you were there.
I didn't go there, but
I was. I think
the same year. I mean, in March, the CB Series victorious Indian team was also felicitated here at the Kotla.
Right. So they are arriving tomorrow. Now the other information is KL Rahul, Navdeep Saini, and Mayank Agarwal.
They've started practicing.
They've started practicing.
Which means Navdeep Saini has turned negative.
Exactly. And as far as Shikhar Dhawan, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and Shreyas Iyer are concerned, we'll get to know about their reports by tomorrow. So who plays in the 11 day after against West Indies, we'll have to see. Hopefully we'll be able to let you know, or in the press conference that is going to happen tomorrow. And then the third piece of news is Hardik Pandya, who's been named as the captain of the Ahmedabad franchisee. He is not available to play the Ranji Trophy. In fact, he's not been included in the squad. Now, I'm sure what you are saying that he has made himself unavailable. So maybe he's not fully recovered from the injury.
Or maybe he thinks that as of now, he shouldn't be playing the 4 days.
Right.
Just before the IPL.
So these are the
right?
Absolutely. So these are the stories or few things that happened today, updates that happened today on Sports Today. We are letting you know, and tomorrow we are going to be back because tomorrow we have to do a preview also. We'll have to select the 11 also. What is going to be the 11? Although you picked your 11, but we'll have to see the injury status or whoever is fit or unfit, and hopefully is there. Because we've not received any update if there is going to be a press conference, pre-match press conference tomorrow or not, because in which we can expect that whoever is available or not. So we are going to be back tomorrow. Please subscribe Sports Today and also press that notification bell icon. I'm so sorry we couldn't take your comments and it is all my fault, because at the start of this conversation or this chat I forgot to what do? Switch
enable
on
the
enable the chat sessions. So I'm so sorry, but still we are going to be back tomorrow and we'll take all your questions. Thanks for now and bye for now.